I'm Vicky Della Gioio, founder of The Way of Joy. I've been thinking a lot about the theme of boundaries this week, partly because of different interactions that I've had with people in my life, and partly because it's a theme that I like to talk about in the classes that I teach, a concept called Wei Qi, or energetic boundaries. But I think the real reason that it's on my mind so much is because I've been rehearsing this piece about my father, What's Wrong with a Mouse, that's playing in San Francisco in just a couple of weeks. My father and I were estranged for over 20 years, and it wasn't until I wrote him a letter that had very clear, non defensive boundaries that he actually responded to me and set his boundaries. And neither of us particularly liked the other one's boundaries, but that was the place where our dialogue began. And actually, the dialogue led to a complete reconciliation by the end of his life. I got to tell you, boundaries has been a central theme for most of my life. And it's a concept that I talk about in my book, The Way of Joy. The concept is something I call boundaries dissolve barriers. Because when we don't have boundaries, I believe we either merge, become completely immersed in somebody else's narrative, or we set up this sort of psychic keep out sign, you're not going to invade my space, or we send out porcupine quills to protect ourselves. But ironically, I think in both of those situations, we're feeling defensive, and behind that defensiveness is a feeling of lack of safety. On the other hand, I believe that when we establish our boundaries through cultivating our discernment, what we believe, don't believe, think, don't think, feel, don't feel, what we choose to do with those feelings, the things that we choose to do in our lives, what feeds us, what drains us, all these different questions, when those start to emerge from the inside out and we own them with a sense of simple authority, we're able to express ourselves more truly from a place that truly is safe, from a place that truly is connected. In fact, I believe boundaries are what allow us to feel connected to ourselves, and it's only when we feel connected to ourselves that we can feel connected to another. So boundaries for me is a very crucial issue. I'd love to hear if you have any ideas about the ways in which you have either erected barriers and had a sense of incompletion or unsafety, or times when you've felt like your boundaries have been intact, where you have felt clear and simple in your own space.